Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, my name is Arafire. Welcome back to another episode of Look Out and Shout. Because today we're not only reviewing and building one, but two Blokees sets. Yep, Blokees have been very kind to me in sending me both the new classic class from the Transformers 1 film of B-127, or to give him his proper name,
BATTERSEA,
and Starscream. I'm very much looking forward to this, hoping to get them before Chinese New Year, but it wasn't able to be. They look lovely. The box is unbelievably reflective. That is lovely and stunning work. The presentation on these boxes from Blokees has been getting better all the time. Starscream, a very fire red on the background. Very nice, very attractive. So, let's get on with building them, shall we? Again, a huge thank you to Blokees for all of their continued support in sending me these wonderful products to review. I do really appreciate it. Okay, so first up, Bumblebee.
BATTERSEA.
Let's get on with it, shall we? So that is the box all done and out the way. He is a scalp scavenger, and of course his key trait is that he's enthusiastic. Well, we know that, don't we? Showing you that the interior batteries are going to be in and present on this figure, as well as the lovely instructions, which whilst it looks like there is a lot, and there probably will be, once you have done these, they do follow a similar pattern. So I have done one of these before. I have done the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime that Blokees sent me in the very first Blokees collaboration video, and it came out pretty well, I thought, and start doing the process of elimination. So there's a stand, it will clip together, and we can put that to one side for now. Okay, so we're going to start with the head. Let's again get some more bags open. We've got two rather large ones here. And of course I have managed to time this video well, haven't I? Because this Friday, the 4th of April, at the Transformers store in Battersea, there will be a Blokees event, and I'll put some information to that in the video below. If you come along, you'll see some nice new wares that Blokees have that I've been able to review on this channel, as well as some other stuff that I haven't been able to review yet. It's a nice day event that's going to be starting from 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, this is at the Transformers store in Battersea, South London. I was at an event last Thursday. It was really good fun. I do really recommend you come along, have a chat to the guys from Blokees, come and say hello to me if you're feeling so inclined. It's a good day out. Okay, so that's all the bags opened up. Now what you will know is that if you've done these before, you don't need any glue or anything like that to put these parts together. That's just how the stand's going to look. I know those parts from before. But it will be listing all of the things you need to put together, all of the slides you need, what the numbers are at the top, and it's just process of elimination stuff. So we start off with C13. Again, as I say this every time, it looks quite daunting, and believe me, it's not. Once you go through and trim some of the stuff down, get rid of some things, it gets much easier. And of course, once you've done one eye, well, you kind of know how the rest is going to go. Now, I'll go and build his normal face, but I think I might alternatively build his secondary face as well. The mask and what will be knife hands as well. Can be a little fiddly in times, but nothing insurmountable. Okay, that's his head done. Very nice. Very Centurion-like. Do we do his other face while we're here? It might be an idea to do so. It's quite similar, and we'll get rid of some pieces on the way. So there's the other eye visor. Of course, you'll make this interchangeable as well. So let's get off the other side of the head. And in my experience, it's not worth going off piece. Stick to the instructions. At least that way you know you are doing things in the right order. And there we go. There's the alternative head. So there's the two there off to the start. Really cool. Really like the pair of them. Now, interestingly, we're not starting with the body. We're going on to the arm first. All right. Let's do the skeletal form of the arm. So F1, and it's 3. Okay, looks all right. Right piece, just wrong way. Okay, one side done. Now on to some more. I thought we got away from these Blokees, the interchangeable hip pieces. In the last Galaxy set, these have been removed, as it were, and made as one pieces for the elbows. But I suppose still on the bigger models, they still exist. Necessary, but very fiddly. In my experience, if it doesn't feel like it's in, if it doesn't make a definite click, then it's not in. Well, that feels better. Okay, and there's a little elbow bend. Alright, I think that's right. Now we're going to put it onto his arms. So where are we? A2, 4 and 9. We haven't given him a knife hand. Let's give him a knife hand. Very thin ones here. Hope they don't break. And that's where I've gone a bit too much too soon. That's got to go over first before you secure it in, rather than a plug-in point. In case you're thinking there seems to be a lot to these, there is and there isn't. There is a case of, depending on the set you buy, whether you go in for the Defender versions, the really small ones, or if you go in for the Galaxy editions, which seem to be most people's takings at the moment, then this kind of mid-class at the moment now with the Galaxy, not the Galaxy, the Classic class I should say, they are more involved. You do create more of a skeletal frame. And then if you want something really in-depth, you go into the action editions that really go into the big boy territory. They do take a lot longer. I think I'd say about an hour and a half start to finish. But they're really cool. Like, you're absolutely building something and you're watching it construct in front of your eyes. Same with this set, but to a lesser degree. Okay, he's got like an arm guard on there for his fist. And I think that is one arm done. Okay, repeat it all again for the other side. Okay, let's move on to the body. So we have this, and we need a light bulb for him. What we'll do is we'll save a bit of time and pull out his thing. That's going to light him up. It's going to make him glow from the eyes. This goes around his back, and that's where the arms are going to plug into ultimately. Okay, we're in. That is in. You might not see it, but you can just see the white there. Okay, so now that's going to go on the front of the chest and light him up. More or less sits. In the back is E119, that's this. And there we go. Torso done. I think you can see it lighting up in the middle, but it's there. I'm not getting the front sections to bite in. Well, the top part is on. Okay, I'm going to leave that for a second. Hopefully it will all come together, but that is more or less his centre of his body. Then we're going to put on A2, 3 and 2. Right, we're back on the blues with D17. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share and hit the subscribe button. I know I say it a lot and it is a thing you kind of say, but it really does help out the channel. It really does help it to grow. Got some more things I want to do with the channel growing and where I'd like the channel to go come the end of it. So your engagement is noted and it is worth it. Thank you so much. Right, I think that's on. Now for his chest. I feel like it needs to go further though. Yep, it does need to go further. There, we are on. Okay, and that is going to go on the front of him. Really starting to come together now. There, definite clicks. Okay, I think that's good. And we need a gold back piece, which I think is this, isn't it? There we go. Again, definite clicks, telling you all you need to know. Right, funny part. Hip skirting. Now I will do this one because it says to, and it's the last piece of this frame. So that can go after that. Starting to come off less and less pieces now each time. And it's not assembling it all yet. So now we'll put that to one side along with the heads, along with the arms, and let's work on the feet. This is where you really do build the skeletal frame and making up the legs itself. It can seem daunting, I suppose, if that's the right word. There's a lot to do, but you know, it is a skeletal frame. It's got to be right at the foundations. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Where are we now? B1, 1 and 6. Okay, I wasn't convinced I had this on the right way, so I took it apart and I think it is right now. Famous last words. So that is the top of the leg. And then that will plug in and eventually we have a leg. And it stands. Which, what more can you ask for from a leg? Let's do it again. Again, I've said this before, don't worry if you have leftover pieces with these. You generally have 1 or 2 lying around. And if you're lucky enough, you'll get a Blokees Sharkticon as well. I have actually got one that's full up of storage parts and alternative fists from the Galaxy editions. Really cool, really worth their weight in gold. Maybe that's just a tilting. You see what I mean? It just wonks down a little bit. Okay, let's see. We'll find out when we get there. Nearly done, folks. Nearly ready to put them all together. Right, so we have got a weapon to do, but I think we'll put them all together. He's standing nice, standing tall. I did leave off his shoulder pads, but that's okay. I did wonder what these were for. Now I know. And something, it's half the battle, something. His back guard as well, so let's put that on. I'm going to have to leave that. I'm not sure where that goes. How have I got that wrong? So very, very wrong. Oh, I see. Right. Somehow I've managed to plug the front of the torso into the back of it. That's really odd, but not a disaster. Interesting to know it fits. So it goes on like that, and then that plugs in like that on the reverse side. Okay, we're on. Okay, minor blippage, but there we go. Right, There he is, standing very gold. Let's go traditional, shall we, first of all? Standing very nice, very proud. Of course, he comes with his Helita vehicle, so let's see about getting her put together. I didn't know they came with these. This is a nice little addition. Well, that's all of her components. Let's get her together. Okay, well, a little bit difficult, a little bit challenging. I don't know about ground clearance much, but it's there. We'll finish off. The only thing that's left to do is his weapon. So this last piece here. He does have interchangeable hands. I'm not going to use the open hands here. That's his gun that goes on the end. That clips on. There we go. We have everything. There it is. Absolutely lovely gold being used. So sharp, so nice. He's brilliant. He's got a real charm to him. The hopeless romantic, the hopeless enthusiast. His face, he's brilliant. Bendable at the arms. And yet, he's got knife hands. But not exclusively, we can change them. Little shorter by comparison, but at least you can go on the 2, and we can change his head. That's brilliant. That's a standout. Oh, he's so cool. Very Centurion-like, very Goldbug-like. But it catches the tea of the character from the Transformers 1 film. Oh, he's brilliant. He's so cool. The light up blue eyes are such a feature. I might keep him like this. This is really, really nice. Really enjoy that. And Alita as well. She was a little hard to piece everything together, a little loose. And he certainly can't ride them. But yeah, nice little accessory that it comes with. And there he is on his display stand. They used to put stickers with these that you could put on top to give a bit more dynamic effect. That actually looks quite cool. It really looks like energon shards coming out of the ground. Really nice. And you can sit Alita on there at the front as well if you want to keep it all together. Very cool. Next up, Starscream. Of the box. He is a Decepticon. He is vindictive and conniving defector leader. There's his stand again. Let's get that on. And we'll get some of these orange effects on. That going there. That going there. That's the stand out the way. Very nice. Same as before. Battery instructions. Now I've opened up a bit of his chest early on. So do we want to start by working on that so we don't lose any pieces? It is a Starscream face. Let's put some eyes in him. Front and back of the head, D1, 14 and 15. Putting all these together just makes me want to watch the film again. Do have to line these up right because it's going through his face and over. And there is a Starscream head. Pretty typical, we know what to expect. Now to go onto the arm. Is it worth jumping ahead to the chest? Just not sure what these pieces are going to be. That looks like a waist thing, so that looks like it goes underneath. I just don't want to lose any pieces now until I get there. Ah, that's for Megatron. Okay, his little additional accessory. Okay, so at least we know that it's not going to stop the build of Starscream. Let's keep those over there then. Are you just his cockpit piece? Okay, that's fine. You've got to be for his head, surely. Alright, well we've worked that out at least. Let's get on with the arm then. D1, 16 and 11. Thinner piece to slot in now. Don't break on me. Well, that took longer than I thought it would. You always feel like you've got a defective piece, but there was just a certain way that these red grooves had to go. They could only go one way round, and yeah, I was convinced at that point, as I thought a few times, have you got defective pieces? And you turn out you never do, but that really did stump me. Okay, that was a long way back. Let's get on with it then. A21 wants to go like that. This comes over and down. There we go, definitive click. And we also have to stick on some null rays. I did see them earlier. These look like null rays and go in the top of the arm. Not the longest null rays I've ever seen. Sorry, Starscream, to question your null rayage. They really did play a blinder to have Steve Buscemi as Starscream, didn't they? I wouldn't have said he would have been my first choice, but hearing it in the film, I could believe it. It really works for me. Always strikes me as a Tom Hiddleston, low-key character that makes the most sense. They're very similar characters. But yeah, it really works in the film, and I can just hear his voice cackling in the head. Yeah, we did close fist for Bumblebee, so let's do open hands for Starscream. I actually don't know, he does come with closed fist, but we'll go with open just for the sake of change. Right, now we've got to somehow get that on. Looks like it goes on here. And that is one complete arm. Took a bit longer than we expected. Very short null rays. But there it is. Fortunately, I've already gotten one other one mostly completed, so we know what we're doing. Famous last words, we never know what we're doing. There, 2 arms done. Very nice. And a head. Can't forget the head. Okay, it wants us to go to the crutch next. Alright, you're the boss. Then we got to get on some red ones. These are B's, that's this. So, 6 and 7. Now, which way does it go? I'm going to say that's the front of it. So therefore that's the front of the hip skirt. Oh dear, flashbacks already. Oh, I think that's on. It's a bit snug. Getting these grooves slid all the way down. Okay, we're on. We've got to do another piece just to finish off. So that goes on the front of the crotch. And that goes on the rear. Right. One Starscream crotch done. Even though we haven't done any legs. Okay, let's go on the body. Take that off. And we can get... I've already put one of his orbs in. I am very prepared for once. Round the back, and I'm going to say this is the back. Because who's going to stop me? Clip that on. Right, we are getting somewhere. Red pieces. There's only so many of them, so can work them out. Now, I've got the bits for his front, but where are we? A2, 3. There it is. Tiny little piece there. Okay. Shall we get his nose cone piece done first? And that goes on, really taking shape here. No. Got a bit ahead of myself. Got to put in a grey piece. Okay, got there in the end. That was a bit harder than I thought it was going to be. Right. That is a typical Starscream chest. All done. Looking very nice. That very cherry red used. Do really like that. So this back piece and then 2 red pieces on that. We can't have many more red pieces to go. In fact, these are the last 2. His typical shoulder stacky things. I'm sure that's our technical term, shoulder stacky things. Okay, it's supposed to close up the centerpiece, I guess. And then the wings go on. Now we're cooking. So we're going for Decepticon wing upside down. Yeah, okay. Or at least the symbol's upside down. Okay, so that's one wing done. And a null ray, which is D112. I mean, I say null rays, it's just more wing cannon, isn't it? And additional wing pieces. These are going to be, what, inside panels? Panel fillers. Didn't think that would be a thing. But there we go, he is on. Right, now they go onto these, and then that finally goes on. We have an upper half of a Starscream done. It's taken a while to get to this point. I am surprised, but it's there. We can actually put on the torso whilst we're here. Yeah, I mean, I would normally construct them all as we're done, but let's get the arms out of the way. Got nice solid arm connectors, these two. There. Building together nicely. Oh, it's a bit tight, but we're getting it in there. It's this upper section. Oh, that's a bit on the stiff side, but it's on and it bends. Okay, so that's the main part of his leg. Now we're going to get some blue pieces on it. So what we're doing here, C11, as well as these grey shins. I'll get both these off because this is the last 2 of this tile. And that is that done. Right. That does not feel like it goes in. That's because I'm doing the wrong way. That's more like it. Right. C1, 7 and 9. Is that right? How many times have I said at the start of this video, is that right? That's a little better. Okay, that's fine. And then 1 leg. Very much stiletto heel on the coat. There's high heel Starscream. Okay, fine. So that is 1 leg on. Oh, that came off a bit easy. Get you back on. There. Fine. You stay. Plug in. There is another leg. Let's get him built. Little awkward with the hip skirts. Let's get those out of the way. And then finally, let's get his head on. Oh my. That is something. I mean, I've got Sentinel, but that is brilliant. Getting real kind of Starscream from the Bumblebee film, the first 3 minutes of that film, but also getting like Armada vibes as well, and obviously Transformers 1. Oh, that is something that broke off. Is this gold piece that I didn't feel was fully attached? Still won't go all the way down. Alright. Just put it down a handling error. That's so nice. That is so cool. Okay, finish off with Megatron. Only a few pieces here, so shouldn't be too hard. And that is a delightful little Megatron tank. Look at him, he's so cool. Apparently, the turret can extend that I push down. But that looks like a nightmare to get up and down. Yeah, I think he's just going to break off if I do so. I will take their word for it. Just to show you the delightful little tank first. He's great. That's really cool. I'm very glad they showed it. I'm very glad that they put it in the set. Try and keep it in focus for you. That's really nice. I really do like that. But this guy is the main event all day long. That is brilliant. Supreme. So good. So good. I mean, he's got the articulation, but does he need it? It's Starscream. He just looks absolutely fabulous. Oh, he's ready to strangle power. That's brilliant. Let's get him on his stand, shall we? Bow before me, for I am your king. That's incredible. That has been one of the standout ones in the classic class that I've ever handled. So good. And here are the two of them together. Absolutely brilliant. Looking so sharp. Looking so cool. I'll obviously do some separate photos. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It makes me want to watch the film again, so I guess it's advertising that's worked. A huge thank you to Blokees for sending me these figures to unbox and build for you today. As I say, do head to the Transformers store in Battersea on the 4th of April. It's going to be a Blokees event day. It's going to be really cool. Do turn up at 3 o'clock or just a bit before. It is ticketed, so make sure you hit the information that's going to be in the description of this video. Thank you again to Blokees for sending these. I love them, particularly Starscream. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and hit the subscribe button because I will see you on the next one.